Welcome to My Life with FINETCH Consultancy. My name is Lalanga Dhanapala. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. This show is all about life around COVID, the changes that happened and what people do to make it work for them. Today, very specially, I am extremely privileged and honored to have as my guest an individual who literally is one of our superstars at FINETCH Consultancy. She is the head of renewal and customer support, Mrs. Chamathka Fernando. Hi there.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
Yeah, girl, thank you so much. And nice speaking to you, Lily.
Yes, we miss hanging out, don't we? It's lovely to have you on the show. Okay, so Chamathka, I can't even put into words the load that I know you have carried over these last 2 months. It's been huge. The fact that we had to service 500 plus customers when suddenly everybody realized we need to be digitalized, we need digitalization. And suddenly it wasn't us running after them, they were running after us to provide the services that we provide as the premier partner for Google in Sri Lanka. Tell us, at that first instance, when you heard about the school shutting down and you heard that COVID was coming to Sri Lanka and that the curfew was going to be imposed, what was your first reaction?
Yeah. So the first reaction was like that we all know the schools were shut down before all of us. Yeah, so then it was the first thing triggered was, oh my God, how to keep these kids, occupied at work. So that was the first thing triggered to our head.
As
And
all good mothers would say, all good mothers would say the same thing. So you're right on point.
yeah, so that was the first thing which triggered to our minds, and then lately it was actually more than that because the whole country was locked down, so we basically quarantine at houses. So I mean, that was the time that we had the biggest challenge, how to manage the home front and as well as the office work. And the work from home scenario came into actually in place, where we all were performing, at work while we do all the work at house. So that was the key challenges we've actually faced when all of this, the story, about the
Yeah,
COVID came into play.
right. During that transition, bringing your work home, tell us a little bit more about how you divided up your time. I mean, suddenly you were having to cook and clean, provide a clean, healthy environment for your little 5-year-old, or 4 going on 5. How was it to divide your time up? Was that difficult?
Yeah. So as I told you, because the work from home was not so easy as we thought before, because at the first 2 weeks, I mean, we didn't know as to how to balance our lives, because we had to work and we have to, cater to all the demanding, requirements coming from our small ones, and then with all the balancing up, catering to the home front was actually challenging. So the first 2 weeks were actually a nightmare, where we actually took time to adapt to actual work from home. But thereon, actually, to speaking, so thereon we actually adapted to it, and we manage ourselves, from more like waking from home until going to sleep. We had a timetable, so I had time allocated to cook and to do my house front, all the work, and to to fulfill all the requirements of the child and the husband. So we work hand in hand because there's no way we could help from anyone. So from the cooking to until you go to bed, everything has to do from your two hands. So that was actually, that was how we did basically all the work.
Forgettable. I know personally. Hi. Come and say hello. We were just talking about you.
Now you see how it becomes a reality. You work from home.
Adorable. Oh my God. Well, if he makes another appearance, tell him to come and sit down with you. I was going to ask, has he enjoyed having you at home? How's that been? Is he enjoying having you around more?
Yeah, very much, very much. Because actually, I mean, it was, I think, from the day he was born, and this is the time for about good consecutive 3 months that this is the first time in our lives that we got to spend time like morning, night, about consecutively for 2 months. I mean, of
Yeah,
course, I mean, 2 to 2.5 months. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we've learned, a lot of things that our child could give to us at the same way that we could give back to the child. So actually, so I would say the work from home scenario actually came into a very much success, I would say. So
yeah. It's
because
good to have that time to
it was
bond.
actually not that bad.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's a blessing in disguise, really, because that kind of bonding doesn't happen very often. The chance, even when we're on vacation, when we're on holiday, we're rushing and we're trying to pack as much as we can into that break. Whereas this was sort of we didn't know when it was going to end, and it became a norm, a new norm, isn't it? So I can understand how your little one would have been just having a ball, having the both of you at home whenever he needed you were right there. So it's a blessing in disguise. Um,
Yeah.
Calling our customers when they were like desperate for help and needing to jump on board very quickly. What was the vibe? Were they quite afraid? Were they? I mean, was it a desperation? How was that when the customers called and asked for help?
Yeah. So at this point, actually, when this, I mean, during COVID-19 pandemic, the one of the most key things which we want to look at was how best we could cater to our customers, because knowing that every business is going through a very challenging environment, every business is fighting for continuation of business. So what we thought was how best from our technology and from our all G Suite, or with all our products, how best that we could serve them. So that is where we took a step forward and making awareness activities to all our customers, to spread the word how G Suite and the Google technology can help you out in this during pandemics. I mean, how fast and how best that you could do your continuity of the business.
Sure.
So we were making awareness all around, and actually what we speak all this time we could make it to a practice.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing. I mean, I know I said at the beginning, it switched from us chasing potential customers to potential customers
Definitely.
chasing to get established and to get up and running. Did you find that those particular individuals, the newcomers, I'm sure they were slightly intimidated at the prospect of going digital. Did you find that the response was actually, it's not that bad, it's quite easy? Did you find that being
Yes,
pretty?
definitely, because everyone was forced to do work from home, and everyone, like there was no other way for interaction with your employees, interaction with your customers but the technology.
Hmm.
So we were forced, I mean, all the customers were literally forced to use it. And the adaptation of technology was not too bad, because there were, I mean, as a country, like we can see, some of the customers, people who actually were reluctant to adapt to technology was willing to actually get their things digitized and to work from home and to connect with everyone. So actually the digitization concept
Yeah.
was making it a reality.
And gratefully embraced, no doubt. It became a necessity rather than a desire. And I think it's
Yeah.
like
So
jumping into the deep end. There's when I remember as a little girl not wanting to swim in the deep end, but then being forced, like pushed into the deep end. Suddenly I was swimming in the deep end, and it was like, oh, this is not so bad after
yeah,
all. All the
of
good
course.
technology, right? So I mean, I'm really excited for all of those new customers that came on board, and to be with FineTech as well. That we provide such thorough customer support that you can't really go wrong. The trainings that we provide, and just the team that we have, the technical team, they know their stuff and they jump on board as soon as something happens. So I mean, the people here in Sri Lanka actually, they're really lucky to have such a solid team. I think, I mean, I'm
Yes,
just saying,
of course.
not because we work for them, but we really are that up with the game. So yeah, stop
That is
laughing. That, seriously, we are the premier partner, and we live up
Yes,
to that.
yes, yes.
You know,
That is
and
definitely 100% agree with what you say, Lily.
you know, okay. So, if you think about the last 2 months, okay, we jumped on board, we did what we needed to do. Is there anything you would do differently if there was a second wave of COVID and we were stuck inside again? We had another shutdown. Is there anything you'd do differently?
Actually speaking, no, because
Mhm.
as Finetech, we were actually ready for it, I would say, because we were coming more like, with a strong background of, Google technology and all Google products. So we were prepared for it, I would say, because
Mhm.
at any given time, there was not a single day that we have stopped our work. So ever since the curfew was on, and like till today everyone was working more than they were working before, so there was not a day that we've shut down. So
Right.
I would say that we were prepared for it, and this is a story of whole of Fintech.
Exactly. Well, I honestly want to congratulate you because I watch you from afar and admire you with your little one, how you've been coping. If you had the choice to actually continue to work from home or to work from the office, which would you choose? Be honest. Which one works for you the best?
Okay. So I would say, okay, if you would have asked this question like from me before, I would definitely say I would prefer working at office.
Uh-huh.
But now I would definitely say I would rather select working from home, because
Right.
that is actually finding very interesting and very productive. Because for the things that like thought that you'll be never able to do, but now
Mm,
that you're doing so many things, because that you're while working you're managing whole of the home front, and
mm.
like while you're making your customers happy, at the same time you're making your family happy. So
That's
definitely
great.
I would choose the option of working from home.
It's an excellent point. Well, Chamathka, congratulations to you and to our team. I think this has really been a learning curve for me personally, and to all our guys. We've got a great bunch of people, and so it's just an honor to work with someone like you. Your endurance, your perseverance, and your determination to do and give the best we can to our customers. It really is so wonderful to watch you
Thank
at
you.
work.
Really.
Well done, eh? Well done. And thank you for joining me on the show. I really appreciate it. Eh? We'll have you back in 6 months and you can tell us what progress has been made and how
Definitely, definitely.
ties. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, and nice speaking to you, Lily. Thank you so much once again.
It's my pleasure. All right. Take care now. Be safe. See
You
you.
too. Bye.